Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. Definitely appreciate you all taking time out of your day to pay me a visit. We're going to be painting up a few jerkbaits today. This is a new blank that my buddy turned me on to. It's a Rapala knockoff. I'm not exactly sure of the size. It's close to a 110, I do believe. What's unique about these, though, is it's got like a little holographic, I don't know, shimmer to it. I don't really know what you call it, but it makes for a nice flash when it's in the water. So I'm going to skip my normal step of doing a white base coat, because if we did a white base coat, obviously we'd get rid of that holographic. I've kind of tinkered around with these. I've done one where I got rid of it and just did like a normal white base coat. Those turned out pretty nicely, but I also did a few where I utilized that holographic part, and I really like the way that those turned out. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is kind of working with the holographic part of this. And I'm going to do two in a clown variation, and I might make all four of these into a clown variation. I'm not exactly sure yet. What I do know is the two variations of the clown that I want to do. I want to do one with a fluorescent yellow, and I want to do one with a wicked golden yellow. I want to kind of see how those work. The fluorescent normally takes quite a few layers for it to really come out well. So we'll try that one here first. So what I want to do is not paint that middle. I want to kind of leave that paint. A little bit of overspray right there is okay, but we don't want to paint too heavy in that area. And if this is the first paint video you guys have ever watched on my channel, I always heat set in between colors. So I cut those out, though, for just time's sake. Alright, so we got the fluorescent yellow done. Didn't turn out terrible, I guess. It definitely doesn't like getting sprayed on something that doesn't have a base coat. It kind of pooled up right there. It was a little heavy, but let's go ahead and switch over to the other two, and we'll try the wicked yellow, or the wicked golden yellow. Okay, so that's the Wicked Golden Yellow. I definitely like this color more than that fluorescent yellow. It just pops out a little bit more. Although I'll tell you, painting with this stuff without thinning it is a little tough. It comes out really thick. Alright, so here's the two colors side by side. So we got the fluorescent yellow on the right. Yeah, it should be the right hand side for you guys, and then the Wicked Golden Yellow on the left. Clown color is going to be super simple. All I'm going to do next is put a red head on it, and to do that, I'm going to be using a deep red. I only have this in transparent. The transparent should work out pretty nicely. Alright, so there's the simple paint job for Clown. Just a yellow and a red. That's all that's required. Very simple, quite effective. So I'm going to slap some eyeballs on this, and then we'll be ready for some clear coat. So attaching eyeballs, I use just a gel style super glue. Currently using Gorilla Glue. I've used Loctite in the past as well. Both of the brands are nice. The key with this is just to really not use a lot. You just want a very small dab. So I've tried a few different ways of putting eyeballs on in the past. I've come to use the two toothpick method, where I'll put it right on the edge of one toothpick, seat it right in the socket, and then use the other one to just kind of push it off. While I'm pushing it off, I'm rolling the toothpick that the eyeball is sitting on to help kind of get it off without messing it up. I've tried X-Acto knives, I've tried tweezers, just none of them really work consistently well. Even this toothpick trick doesn't work all that nicely. Because as soon as the toothpick starts getting super glue on it, and you accidentally put that toothpick somewhere that it's not supposed to be, it just gets messy. If any of you are curious why I've kind of got the Michael Jackson one-handed glove thing going on, I've had a lot of issues with top coats or clear coats, whatever you want to call them, as well. One of the tips I came across is to make sure that you don't handle the lure blanks with your bare hands, because if you get any, like, your oils or anything like that on the blank, it can make the clear coat not sit properly. So if I'm gonna handle one of these blanks, I only handle it with a glove. I don't use two gloves because it's wasteful and just not necessary. You can handle all of it in one glove. Also, when you're either dealing with the tape masking the bills or the super glue here, if you get any of that on the glove, it makes it that much harder to deal with. Okay, eyeballs are on, so I'm going to let that super glue dry for a little bit, and then we'll go on to the clear coat. Okay, so we are ready to clear coat. For a clear coat, I use DevCon 2-ton 30-minute epoxy. I've removed the tape on the bills and got everything kind of lined up here. So one thing about DevCon 30-minute epoxy, if it's really cold in the room that you're using it in, you want to heat it up a little bit. So this has been sitting in front of the space heater that I have for this room for the 30 some odd minutes that I've been in here painting. That way it comes out with these tubes nice and even. Otherwise, this resin is super thick and it just doesn't come out that nicely. And so I just use little condiment cups to mix this epoxy up, and just use a little popsicle stick to stir it. I only epoxy 2 of these at a time. If I try to do all 4 of this, you'd be too rushed. Just brush it on. Okay, so after I got the one, move on to the second one. So you'll notice I don't really care about the thickness that I paint this on. The very last step that I'm going to be doing with this will show you why I don't really care about the thickness, because I thin it out before I put this on the rotisserie. You definitely want to use the 30-minute. I mean, it's only been, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes since I started this, and it's already starting to thicken up. I can only imagine what the 5-minute epoxy is like. Okay, so now the last step that I do, I take my heat gun on the low setting. I normally hold it for this. So I just run the heat gun on the low setting over it. You don't want to linger too long on it, but that thins this epoxy out quite a bit. You'll see it start kind of getting fluid on the lure. And once you do that, then I just kind of brush it all down, and then take that excess and brush it right up back into the cup. You really want to make sure you're doing smooth, even strokes when you're doing this, though. I've done this to get rid of any air bubbles, and to make sure everything is a nice, even coat at the end of the day. I just started doing this year, and it's definitely helped, because I used to have air bubble problems. I used to have like low spots on the bait and things like that. But doing it this way has definitely helped. And then just give it over one real quick look over. If you see any low spots, just kind of paint it, brush it, even it all out. This is self-leveling, so it doesn't have to be perfect, and it should kind of fix itself. And then I'll take a toothpick, poke out the holes if necessary, and then go slap it on the rotisserie. Alright, so I've got these all done. So we got a fluorescent yellow over here, and then the wicked golden yellow. I like the way that they turned out. The fluorescent definitely pops under the light here, so those are going to be really good on the really bright and sunny days. And the wicked golden yellow, I like the way that turned out as well. I think it's going to be a little bit for murkier water, or maybe on those cloudier days. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I definitely appreciate you all taking time out of your day to pay me a visit. And I will see you all in the next video.